Commanders, Northwest Stadium in Landover. It's the Philadelphia Eagles and the Washington Commanders.
Harrison Butker set to kick off.
Set to get things started. Off we go from Northwest Stadium. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Ready? Check. This craft all 80. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Daniels starts with a pass. On target. Got it to McClure. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's now second and 6.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
70. Here we go. Set.
On third down, here's Mitchell. And he's only going to be able to get back to the line. That's all. 3 plays to start. Quick fourth down. On fourth down, the Commanders going to send out their veteran Tressway to punt. This is away, and it's a very good kick. Angled toward the sideline. And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up second down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch from contact. They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming. And
2 incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to third down and 10. Man in motion is Smith.
Shot 60.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. This one is taken in downfield. Big completions. A big one there on third down. Good for 26 yards. Set to go now on first and 10.
18. Ready.
Back to the air one more time. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains. This is a great example, Mike, of just how effective it is when you're efficient on early downs throwing the ball. I mean, when you can pick up first downs without getting to third down, as the game unfolds, things just get easier and easier. Take what the defense is giving you. Don't force the ball downfield. But when you can stay ahead of the chains without having to get to third and have it plays, that's when an offense is really firing. We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield. So that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions, or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long. So it's something that teams want to implement, but maybe not quite to the level that we see in the college game.
19 Charger, 19
In the red zone now. He'll drop to throw. This one caught at the 4. And he's in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. That touchdown #1 for him on the year. The extra point by Butker is good. And the Eagles will take a 7-0 lead.
Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Ready, set.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
Coogan.
The drive will begin with a run by Mitchell. Finding room at the 35. A big run. They finally get to him and bring him down. A big play to kick off this drive. It's a gain of 43 yards.
First down.
Come on, come on.
At the 33-yard line.
They'll go again with Mitchell. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap. Not this one. They stop him for no gain.
Ready.
So a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5.
Ready. 60 Maverick. 60 by Buffalo 18.
Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. Flush to his right. And they have the 1st down. So they get the completion on 1st and 5. And now they'll set up 1st and 10.
I hope we all appreciate just how difficult it is to throw the ball that well while on the run. And the way they teach it, Mike, is kind of cool. They actually teach the quarterback to disconnect your upper body from your lower body. Just keep your feet moving, and however your arm times up, just let it rip. And he does it about as well as you can ask.
In coverage, muscling that one free. It'll be 2nd down now.
Ready. Panther 60. Panther 60.
Now a toss, left side with Mitchell. And they'll have 1st and goal. He is down inside the 10-yard line.
The story of this drive has just been their ability to sustain and get fresh sets of down. Now, in this case, after picking up that big gain on the ground, they find themselves 1st and goal.
They've got it at the 8, 1st down and goal.
Cowboy 80.
Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. And he'll take it on in. Terry McLaurin. Touchdown, Washington. Touchdown.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, like it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
This one taken at the 7. They'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop.
At their own 22-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22.
Let's go now. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Ready.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. Looking for his tight end on the corner route. He's got it. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. So a big one there to start the drive. 33 yards.
Here we go, here we go.
Throwing now from the gun. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Taking advantage of the room to run, a gain of 19 on the scramble.
And this is something the defense knew they had to contain coming in today, Mike. They worked all week on containing this quarterback, but here we are. Early on in the game, a nice scramble there, good yardage, and he's able to pick up the first down.
Come on, ready.
Handoff here, up the middle, and he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
We're seeing such an uptick, Mike, across the league in these hybrid kind of positionless defenders, especially safety. So are they a safety? Are they a linebacker? They're good in both coverage. And in this case, they can play near the line of scrimmage and still make plays on the ground.
That is tossed. What a throw. Touchdown, Eagles.
All week, we're going to see this play be run over and over as a highlight of the quarterback and the receiver. But, Mike, the part that people don't give enough credit to, in order to get a downfield shot, you have to have time. And what a great job by the offensive line, allowing the quarterback to be comfortable enough in the pocket. Let those deeper routes develop, be on time and accurate with the ball. And that's why this play is going to be a highlight all week. Let's give the big guys up front some credit.
Harrison Butker set to kick off.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over.
At their own 24-yard line.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10.
Check. Reno. Go. Look at 19. Let's go.
They'll start this on the ground with Mitchell. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
2nd and 10.
Ready.
Another run here with Mitchell. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down, forthcoming.
Mitchell on the tackle. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Got it. Ready. Back. 77 Wolf.
From the shotgun, it's Daniel. At the 40-yard line.
Commanders, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard
So
line.
after 1, 14-6 is our score. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. Commanders with the football to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with 1st and 10.
Ready. Bronco 80. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
Throwing is Daniel. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
Dragon 60.
Throwing on second down. Daniel. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
It's a gain of 32
A
yards.
big play there for Washington. 32 yards.
First and goal
If you want to
at
score
the
points at a
6-yard
high
line.
level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Now a chance to pay off that big play. They have it
Here we
first
go,
and goal.
Viking 8. Ready,
To the goal line and in. Jalen Lane. Touchdown, Commanders. Moody now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Commanders move back to within one.
Eagles 14. Commanders 13. Jake Moody to kick off.
So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's first and 10.
Get it.
Drive will start on the ground. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of one.
It's a loss of a yard.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Come on, come on. Ready.
He'll drop to throw. The second down throw is incomplete.
Intended for number
A
26.
rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out front.
They come to the line needing 11 here on third down.
Here we go, here we go.
They put Wilson in motion.
Cat, 65. 19 tight, 19 tight. Go.
On third down, they'll throw from the gun. He's got the 2021 Heisman winner. That's Devontae Smith. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down.
It's fourth down.
This exact situation here, Mike, tends to get a lot of conversation around the league. I think I'm going for it. I think here around midfield, you got to maintain possession, see if you can end this drive with some points. I think you got to stay aggressive, keep your offense on the field.
The Commanders will signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come as fourth down is looming.
Let's go now.
Now, this looks like a design run. A big hole. And he will take this into the end zone. What a run. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Well, I love it, Mike. We're seeing so many teams nowadays as they approach midfield, even on their side of the 50, keeping their offense on the field on fourth down. And it's certainly a risk It's certainly up there for debate, but in this case, big chance, big reward, and they come down with 6.
Harrison Butker set to kick off.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. On the return, here's Jaden Reed. Now an opening past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
Ready, ready.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
Ready. 18 Cardinals.
To throw is Daniels. That one pulled in by Brown. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 7.
Bronco 80.
Off the play fake, here's Daniels. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
On 3rd down, they'll throw with Daniels. This one's down the field, but it lined up incomplete. Terry McLaurin, the intended target on that one. And it's going to lead to 4th down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
This is going to get out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
Get it. Steady.
They'll begin here on the ground. Up the sideline to the 40. Angling to the sideline, inside the 35. And he'll dive forward here. Tack on even more yardage to the end of this one.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Ready, ready. Take up.
Open space inside the 10s. That is a gain of 20. What a chance now. 1st and goal coming up.
At this point, Mike, it's clear this defense just doesn't have a lot of answers right now for this run game. A combination of the job being done up front by the offensive line and the big playability of this running back.
Ready, ready.
They'll try to run this one in. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Touchdown, Eagles.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
And he'll get into the end zone, doing it on his own. Successful 2-point conversion.
You just have to find a way defensively to step up there and get a stop. It's one thing to give up 6. You allow a touchdown. But now dig deep, man. Get a stop. Looked like there was some confusion, and offense is going to come away with 8.
This returnable with Reed. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line.
Takes over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
On the jump. Let's go. Hut, hut.
And some good footwork there. He'll take this forward for a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll throw with Daniels. He'll complete that to his fullback. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. 11 yards on the pass there. Good for a Commander's first down.
Here we go, set.
Daniels now going to look to throw. That one complete. It's Keaton Mitchell. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Give them 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another first down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes. And there is a lot of room to operate.
And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
60 vices, 60, go.
Daniels to throw on 2nd down. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
They've got to find a way to free him up, and whether that's moving him around the formation or using some pre-snap motion to get him better looks, but right now it's been a lot of double coverage, it's been a lot of tight windows, and if they're going to have more success today on the offensive side of the ball, especially in the passing game, this offensive play caller needs to be more creative freeing him up.
Open man left side, he's got it. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
This has been a really impressive drive, Mike, really from the start. And this is something defenses want to force offenses to do. Methodically work their way down the field. But they've been highly efficient, and now they get another first down.
Forced to his right. Here's a shot toward the end zone. Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. He didn't force anything there, but now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
They go 5 receivers for 3rd down and 4.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Riggs.
They put Wilson in motion.
18 Rattler. 79 Broncos. Cup 19, Cup 19.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short. He'll take a shot down the middle of the field.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
So on 4th down, here's Bryce Berringer to punt. Jalen Lane is deep for Washington. Didn't get the hop he was hoping for. It bounds into the end zone, and it's a touchback.
Jake Moody to kick off.
First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway.
Okay, ready? Ready? 60 Eagles.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Just trying to avoid. Incomplete.
As a pass rusher, you don't always need to record a sack to make your presence felt. Creating pressure, move the quarterback, affect his timing. Those are all different ways to take pressure off your coverage unit.
18, pioneer.
Back to the air once more on second down. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it. A quick throw, that's complete on the slant. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
At the 50-yard line.
Come on. Set. 19, go.
From the 50, he'll set up to throw. That's complete to his big tight end, Dallas Goddard. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. Here's 1st and 10.
A gain of 15.
Dragon
First
60.
down, Philadelphia.
They'll look to throw yet again. He tosses over the middle. This one is caught. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
So far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
And the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown. A gain of 11, and it's 1st and goal.
This has been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone, and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with 1st and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
To the end zone, and is batted away. It is incomplete.
A bit of a risky throw here in the end zone, Mike, and those windows down here tight, they close so much faster in this part of the field. By the time he let it go, the defender was already in position and was able to make a play on the ball.
19 Tiger.
Here's a design run. He will do it himself. He's in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Greg, nothing changed at halftime. They come right out to start this 3rd quarter and pick up where they left off.
Well, I think this defensive coordinator is going to think back to his halftime speech, Mike, because whatever adjustments he thought they made, it obviously didn't resonate. What we saw happen in the first half, they picked right back up here to start the 3rd quarter, and at this point, the offense has hit its stride, and they continue to pull away.
This taken in at the 8-yard line. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
At their own 27-yard line.
Buffalo 18. Ready. 70 Timberwolves.
Daniels now on 1st down. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. An even 20 yards. Impressive start to this drive.
Here we go. 60 Vikings. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers.
On 1st and 10, here's Daniels. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
And I like this defensive game plan. When you're going against an elite quarterback like this guy, Mike, you have to get bodies in his face. You have to get him around his feet. You have to move him off his spot. Because if he can sit there in rhythm, on time, comfortable in the pocket, he's going to pick you apart. So it doesn't always have to be a sack, but you have to make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
Headed left, buying time. He runs with it. And Daniels will slide to a stop. Wise move as a young quarterback. That's how you stay around and become a vet. He picked up the first down.
You can see here, Mike, the impact that sending your receivers deep does to the defense. You add so many layers, and the defense has to get so much depth in their pass coverage. It leaves a lot of room underneath, and that's exactly what the quarterback takes advantage, tucks the ball down, turns into a runner, picks up the first down.
And he's going to be out of bounds down at the 30. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the first down. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
Trap 60, trap 60. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Panther 11, Panther 11.
Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 29.
Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29.
Ready, ready. 60 Eagles, 60 18, Pioneer. Ready.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up third down.
9 yards to go.
Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Warrior 70. Ready, ready.
They'll indeed go. It's Daniels. He dives, and what a catch for the first down. A gutsy call, but they pay it off. It's a gain of 17.
Buffalo 18. Let's go. 19, Cowboy 80. 18, Rattler, 18, Rattler.
Daniels gonna throw again. He'll look for Mitchell out of the backfield. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
They were able to complete this pass, but how often do we see these running backs run these angle routes and they catch it in stride and run a hole through the defense? So I know the defense gave up some yards here, but it could have been a lot worse.
Throwing again, Daniels. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by the rookie out of Georgia. And the Eagles force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 10.
At their own 10-yard line.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. He's close to a first down. To gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
From the 20, here's 2nd down and a yard.
Here we go, set.
Slot man in motion right. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. They'll look to set up the screen here. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Have to get this to the 20. Here's third down.
Panther 60, 18, Pioneer.
to throw. Oh, that's swung out wide and intercepted. And he is going to score. A pick six for the touchdown.
Number one rule of throwing the ball out to the boundary, Mike, you can't be late with the ball, because when you do, that's exactly what happens. Corner does a great job breaking in front, catches it in stride, and he could have just walked into the end zone. There was nobody in front.
Washington will line up for the two-point conversion.
60.
That's going to be incomplete. That would have been a tough grab. The collision jarred it loose. The try for two is unsuccessful. So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. That is caught out wide on the RPO. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
It's a gain of 7.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
So second down, and they'll run it. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
That's good.
A gain there of 15. First down, Philadelphia.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
Right back to him on first down. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5. Brings up
From the
second
38
and 5.
now, here's second down and 5.
Let's go now.
He'll drop to throw. There's that man again. Another catch. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first
It's a
down.
gain of 6.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up the first down.
And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. They get 24 on that one. And just like that, it's first and goal. Here's a chance to put this game away. First down and goal. Here's a run. And he's in! Touchdown, Eagles. So that is 2 touchdowns in this game, and now 15 for the year. Butker's extra point is good, and the Eagles will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
Harrison Butker set to kick off.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. This returnable with Reed. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Trap 50. Buffalo 18. Cup 19. Cup 19. Here we go. Panther 11. Panther 19. Tiger. 19. Tiger.
To throw is Daniels on first and 10. And that ball incomplete over the middle.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And he'll be taken down around the 29-yard line.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
2 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Here's 3rd and 7.
Mustang 19. Let's go now. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Warriors 70. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. 19 Lions. Ready up.
To throw is Daniels. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. Jordan Davis. He gets there for the sack, setting up 4th down.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
Now a give up the middle. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll stick with him again. And this is a slight improvement over the previous play. He's not going to lose yardage. He's not gaining any either. It's 3rd down.
This defense doing a great job here facing this goal-to-go situation, especially on that last play. 2 stops down, and now the pressure really ramps up for this offense as they face 3rd and goal.
A quick throw on the RPO is complete, and he will be taken down. We'll see if they want to use those timeouts, but this one is about done. Harrison Butker on now for the field goal. This about as short as you can get. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
On the ready.
So it's a win here for the visiting Eagles. They get the victory away from home in the division, which is so valuable.